Please.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening. Have a seat.
Thank you.
Swati,
Yes, sir.
you don't like the foreign service?
Sir, there is nothing like that. It's just a matter of priority, matter of choice.
Just a matter of priority. So you prefer the income tax and the police service over the foreign service?
Sir, I would like to work in my country first because of the things that I've seen since my childhood. I think I'll be better suited to work for my country first, then on the multilateral platforms later.
No, fair enough. So your father was retired from the Indian Army and presently working in Tata Steel.
Yes, sir.
And so you are staying in Jamshedpur.
Yes, sir.
Which are the major cities you have stayed in?
Sir, when I was born at Bangalore, then we moved to Chandigarh. After that to Dehradun, Sri Ganganagar, Kolkata, then he got retired and we shifted.
Which is the city which you like the best?
Sir, from the perspective of infrastructure and sanitation and all that we account for human development, I would consider Chandigarh a better choice. However, all the cities gave me immense opportunities to develop myself into what I am
And
today.
you have travelled all over the country virtually,
Yes, sir.
from Bangalore to Sri Ganganagar to Dehradun, and good. So you have a fair idea of India.
So to say.
Now, Swati, let me ask you the classic question with regard to the army,
Yes, sir.
the Agniveer. Tell me your views on it, irrespective of what the government views may be.
Sir, Agniveer is a good platform if we see from providing opportunities to the younger generation. Also, the exposure to the army background, it would give them a wider perspective and something different that we don't get to experience in the civilian livelihood.
But from the army perspective, you're given it from the youth perspective, fair enough. But from the army perspective,
Sir, it would give them a better caliber, better men if we train them the right way and
but
build
then
their
they won't
capacity.
stay.
Sir, they would stay. They would prefer if we give them opportunities for a longer duration of time. But sir, merit and all the other factors that army is to be accounted for, that should be taken into account if we are to give them a longer term of service.
No, but merit should have been taken at the time of the initial recruitment, not after, spending so much of money on their training and all that. Training in the army does not come easy.
Yes, sir. But sir, in the longer run, I would still think that capacity building of the people who are recruited, that would give them a better opportunity.
And they will contribute to the nation wherever they are posted.
Yes, sir.
Okay, we'll leave it at that. Tata Steel, as a good corporation, what are its basic values it believes in?
Sir, I think it believes in labor benefit first and foremost.
Welfare of the...
Yes, sir.
Okay,
Further,
that's
sir,
a good point.
Sir, further there is transparency, and also Tata is renowned for spending towards CSR activities and tribal development in Jharkhand as well. So that is some of the distinct
And
characters.
as far as the core activity is concerned?
So do you mean production of...
Yes, I mean, at the end of the day, they make steel.
Yes, sir. So the steel production also, Tata Motors was set up in 1950s. That is also contributing. Further, sir, Tata Motors has taken up initiative to build up e-vehicles along with the skill development.
I'm talking about Tata Steel, you're talking about Tata Motors.
Sorry, sir. The Tata Motors have taken initiative to...
No, we are talking about Tata. Is Tata Steel a losing or is it earning profit in the last 3 years?
Sorry, sir, I'll have to see that.
Can you tell me the names of 3 Indian women leaders in contemporary times? Not to be your family member and also avoid the Honorable President.
So,
Who have impressed you the most?
So Kiran Bedi in the field of administration and police services. So further, PV Sindhu and Saina Mirza in the field of sports, they have also inspired me. Sir Smita Sabharwal, ma'am, she has also inspired me in the field of administration.
No, let's leave administration because you have already taken one name. Say, in the Kiran Bedi you've taken now.
So then Priyanka Chopra in the field of entertainment, I would say.
What is that which impresses you, the maximum about these ladies?
Sir, I think their will to do something different from what society does not stand for. I think so that is what inspires me.
What will you do different and I'm quite certain that you qualify for the civil services? What will you do different? Because your basic driving force is to do something different.
Sir, I would like to make changes in how our relationship is with the grassroots level people. So when I shifted to Jamshedpur, I saw a wide difference in how a civilian things work and how things work in the army cantonment. So I think it would be better if we can make the best of the both worlds to bring out something which can really make a change in the lives of people.
Mm-hmm. Can you be more specific? Slightly, just with an example if possible.
So for example, if I take my state Jharkhand, so the lives of tribals is still miserable. They do get education opportunities and they do get health benefits, but still there is a lot to be done. I think so if we try to incorporate their things with exports and jobs, then things would be different for them.
My last question, BRICS. You are aware of BRICS?
Yes, sir.
There is a feeling that BRICS is slowly getting China dominated. Is BRICS still a useful platform for India?
Yes, sir. BRICS will still, it is and it will be a useful platform for India, sir, because as we have taken the presidency sequel also, it's Brazil, India and Indonesia, they will play a role in the global south. Sir, in the matter of expansion, it is generally said that it is getting China dominated, but sir, I don't think so.
Which country refused to be a member of BRICS?
Sorry, sir.
Okay. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir. Swati, you have taken political science and international relation as your subject,
Yes,
optional. And you are not opted for, foreign service, but that is your fourth choice.
Yes, sir.
Why? Once you have shown your interest in international relation.
Sir, in my optional, IR is a part of political science, sir. Though my interest mostly lies
You
in
wanted to take political science, but since subject had international relation also, so by force you had to take that.
No, sir, not by force.
All right.
It is a part of political science, but I think, sir, my abilities are best suited for the Indian interest for exam.
How do you say that?
Sir, because of my experiences, my inner will.
Too early to come to that conclusion, no?
Sir, it might be, but sir.
All right. Okay. You are associated with Tatas. If you were to tell something about Tatas as employer, what would you say? Because your father is employed by Tatas?
Sir, do you mean if I or somebody gets employed in Tata?
Because your father is already with Tata, so you'll know about Tatas as employer. So I'm asking your views on Tatas as employers.
So they, first of all, as I said earlier, they focus on labor benefit to their utmost thing, because they provide quarters for them. They take care of the cleanliness things around the Jamshedpur and the premises. So that is one thing which we get as an employee. So I mean, they focus on human development is more than the economic development. Although at the end of the day, the economics is what matters. But
what does your father like the most about Tatas as employer? He has worked with the Indian Army earlier.
Yes, sir.
So how does he find Tatas as employer as compared to, say, Government of India as employer?
So they provide equal respect to all the employees. I mean, despite being retired from Indian Army, he and the other workers all get equal respect and equal opportunities to develop and get up the ladder.
You have written something about Amog Aaj Tak news reading. What
Yes,
exactly was that?
Sir, Amog Aaj Tak News Reading is the local channel of the Amog Division of Indian Army, which is the 16th Infantry Division, Sri Ganganagar Division, where my father was posted. So I anchored news for the local channel.
So how was your experience? You liked it?
Yes, sir.
So what was good about it and what was bad about it?
So the good things it helped me build my confidence. It helped me give me a wider
So that was
perspective.
in Hindi or in English?
So it was bilingual.
Bilingual.
Yes, sir.
All right. And how long did you work there?
Sir, around 5 to 6 months. After
And
that,
you
we
were
got
being
posted.
paid for that?
No, sir.
It was pro bono basis?
Yes, sir.
All right. Very good. Because you were talking about some films and you said something about Priyanka
Priyanka
Chopra.
Chopra. Yes.
If I ask you to compare Priyanka Chopra vis-a-vis Deepika Padukone, how will you do that?
So both the women have shown their caliber in the field of entertainment. However, sir, Priyanka Chopra has made landmark in the Hollywood movies more, and she has given India a better platform in the Hollywood
Priyanka
movie.
Chopra?
Yes, sir.
Mhm.
So Deepika Padukone is also doing on her level best by using her
So you are what
abilities.
I could make out. You are saying that Priyanka Chopra has brought more prestige to India than Deepika Padukone. This is what you are saying?
So on the international front, yes, sir.
Oh, all right. Okay. There is a lot of controversy about cantonments. That the civilians are not being allowed to use their roads and things like that. Are you in agreement with that kind of a policy?
No, sir. Sir, as far as I have lived in cantonments, sir, civilians are allowed in the cantonments. However, they have to show their identity,
But
and
why so? They feel that they are not part of this country then.
so that is for the security reasons, because
But
with
they are meant to secure the country and they themselves are so much bothered about their own security and that too in a peace station. And they were the move to do away with all this. No? Don't you think these are some kind of bugs or some kind of a elitism by the Indian forces?
so I would not consider them to be elitism, sir. I think they're purely for the basis of security of the personnel and
There
their
is a big debate,
family.
armed forces versus civilians. You think it has got something to do with the bureaucrats or something to do with the people from the armed forces or what? What is wrong with that? And why it is there?
Sir, earlier there used to be a big leap between armed forces and the civilians, but sir, now I think this difference is slowly coming down, because as you said, now civilians are allowed to enter into the cantonments
No,
also.
that is all right. I'm not talking in the office. There is a lot of ill will between the civilians and the armed forces officers.
So I have not
Come across.
come across any such incident.
Why didn't you join Indian Army Forces? You never thought of joining Indian Armed Forces? Your father was in army? He retired as what?
Sir, honorary Naib Subedar.
All right. Okay.
Sir, I did give a thought to join Indian Army, but after my introspection about my skills further, I think I would be better suited in administrative jobs than the hard power that the armed forces represent.
But how? I'm still wondering, how do you come to that conclusion?
Sir, I would.
That I'm better suited for this job, that job.
Sir,
Till I got into the services, I was not very sure whether I'm suited for administrative jobs or for my computer science or business or something else.
sir,
All the time I was confused.
so the physical caliber that is required in army, I think
But
I have.
you could have joined wing which does not require too much of physical endurance.
Sir, I was not aware of such at that time.
My last question. What do you think of menstrual leave? Do you think it's a good idea or bad idea?
Sir, I think menstrual leave as a topic should be bottom-up approach. So rather than implementing a policy or something like that, the corporates or the...
Why?
So
Why
because,
should it be a bottom-up approach?
so because menstrual leave, as Honorable Minister of Women and Child Development said, it is not a handicap. So women should have the choice whether they want to get paid.
If it is choice, they'll exercise choice. When the leaves are being granted, leaves become a matter of right. Unless the leaves are a matter of right, there is no question of choice. How choice will get exercised?
Sir, if women are given their choice to, for example, if there is a single mother, she might not want to take menstrual leave because, sir, as we saw in Maternity Benefit Acts, the ill wills of the act, so the same can be replicated in this menstrual act also, if it becomes an act. So therefore, I think
So
the choice.
what happened in maternity benefit leave?
So the women were not given employment due to
Are you
that.
sure? Do you have that data? Do you have any evidence on that?
No, sir, but I have read some
I
reports
created
on
that
that.
law as security, labor and employment, by the way, ma'am. Initially, there was some kind of a resistance, but not today. Now, nobody, you will never read in any newspaper that the women are not being employed because they had to be given maternity leave.
So maternity becomes a matter of years, but so this menstrual thing, it is a daily,
Fine.
monthly thing.
It's fine, 2-3 days in a month, it's fine. And a lot of women would like to come even during that time because of choice. Instead of sitting, I was talking to one of the candidates who came here, and she said, I would like to go there rather than wasting my time at home.
So that is what I was saying. So it is, should be a matter of choice.
Thank you very much, Swati.
Thank you,
Thank
sir.
you very much. Swati, you come from the state of Jharkhand.
Yes, sir.
If you were made the chief secretary, head of the bureaucracy in Jharkhand state, how will you remove or tackle the problem of a lot of Naxalism as reported from Jharkhand?
So the root of Naxalism lies, I think, in the economic aspect. The people there are not getting employed and they have a deficit governance. Therefore, they rely on those people to get support and income. So I think, sir, first of all, we need to develop infrastructure in such areas so that we can provide employment to them on the grassroots level. So secondly, there is a need to establish a rapport with people. So there should be developing of trust between people and the government so that they can come with their problems to the government and not go to them. So thirdly, the human development aspect should be improved. For example, bridging bridges and all, that should not be left alone. Further steps should be taken to take that into a longer term perspective.
Okay. Now, Ayushman Bharat.
Yes, sir.
You have heard about this scheme of the Government of India?
Yes, sir.
Can you tell us about its efficacy, whether it's working efficiently and effectively?
Sir, Ayushman Bharat is a health insurance scheme. I think so. Yes, it is working very good because enrollments have increased. Also, so the number of hospitals which are Ayushman linked, that have also increased.
Do you know somebody who has utilized this scheme, who is a beneficiary of this scheme?
Yes, there are a group of family in my neighborhood who are using this scheme.
Okay, how much money the cost was reimbursed? How much was the cost of their treatment?
So they do not get total proper treatment, but they generally use the card to visit hospitals for very minor injuries or something.
Okay, now the wholesale price index
Yes, sir.
appears to be in control as per RBI, but cereal inflation has become a problem. In light of that, you have heard about the Bharat Rice and Bharat Atta scheme?
No, sir, sorry.
They supply rice at 25 kg per kilogram. What is the market price? Sometime you may have gone to the market to buy a kilogram of rice.
Sir, I'm unaware.
About 45 kg. You had political science as your paper.
Yes, sir.
If I put a statement to you that Karl Marx said essentially all disputes, all conflicts, the basis is in economics, right? Material economics. Do you agree with this statement? And why not?
Sir,
If not, why not?
Sir, Karl Marx gave his theory based on economic determinism. However, he is also criticized for the same fact that he just took into account the economic aspects and not the political or social aspects, which should also have been taken into account while thinking of a society.
Okay, from your quotes, I find you are you're interested in badminton.
Yes, sir.
Who got the Dhyan Chand Bharat Khel Ratna Award 2022?
Sorry, sir.
That is Satvik and Chirag. For what?
Asian
Obviously,
Games.
what game?
Asian Games 2023.
It is for badminton,
Yes,
right?
sir.
Okay. See, Asian Games. For how many years you consider the performance of a person? Not 20 years back. Somebody may have been a good. How many years you go back?
So for Asian Games,
No, for considering in the zone
Ra-
of your performance.
sir, I think it is based on the rankings.
Last 4 years, your performance is to be seen. Okay. Now, my last question to you.
Yes, sir.
Initially, reservations, especially of scheduled caste, scheduled tribes, were for 10 years. Then they have been extended over and over again. When the next extension comes, do you think it should be extended or not?
Sir, before extending reservation, I think there should be a detailed survey which should be done. Because a reservation, as our Supreme Court judges have also said, it is not a policy that should be run for life. So, proper survey should be done. If a community has taken a leap forward, then the reservation should be.
Just a corollary to my last question, which I've already asked.
Yes, sir.
Which was the judgment which referred to that you should do a survey and then come to a conclusion?
Sir, if I'm not mistaken, is it Indra Swane judgment?
Indra Sani is about the 50%
50%
limit.
yeah.
This is M. Nagaraj.
Okay.
Of course, it deals with the OBCs, that you find out how much is the representation.
Thank you, sir.
Now, Swati,
Yes, sir.
I see that in your DAF that you worked for Waste Campaign.
Yes, sir.
Now, what is the concept of circular economy?
So circular economy is based on the idea that when we use a product, we should not just let it, just throw it away. We should try to reuse it or recycle it so as to make it into a better resource again.
In that context, what is extended producer responsibility?
So extended producer responsibility is a policy wherein the producers who make the product should take back the waste that comes along with their product. It was implemented in the plastic judgment and e-waste judgment.
Okay. Now, there is a concept in economics called as crowding in of investment,
Yes.
especially with respect to what government has been doing in the last few years. Now, what is this crowding in of investment which the government is actually expecting the private sector to do?
So crowding in is a term in which the investment or the presence of money is enough in the economy for government to take care of the expenditure.
Are you sure of it?
Yes.
Okay. Now, since you're from a political science background, what is this thing in 1980s? There's something called as Reaganism and Thatcherism. What is this? These two terms. What do they signify to you?
So Thatcherism was the economic policy that was started in the United Kingdom, and Reaganism is in for United States of America.
What is the policy about?
Sorry, sir, I'll have to read.
We say something called as I'm leading you to it. There's something called as neoliberal economics. Why is it called neoliberal?
So neoliberal economics deals with the going back of state. It is called neoliberal because it takes into perspective the liberal policies, but so with time the liberalism was transformed into welfare economics. So now it is in the neoliberal economics, the state should not run the business. It is like that. Market fundamentalism is taken into account.
In context of that, there is a new government that has been elected in Argentina, and it has taken certain very drastic steps to tackle inflation. Now, what is this new government has? What is the steps that has been taken by this government?
Sir, I've read about, but I'm not able to recall the
I'll
policy.
give you the
Sorry.
answer. It's called dollarization of the economy.
Yes, sir.
What is dollarization?
So dollarization of economy is when we use dollar as a means for import-export.
Is it
Another
as a means of?
import and export of products.
But that is also the case with a lot of other countries. We also do a lot of import and export in terms of dollars.
So dollar being seen as a hard currency in the economy, in the international economy.
Okay. Now, again, since you're from political science, what do you think was Henry Kissinger's biggest mistake in statecraft in the 20th century?
So I think it is that he considered China as a threat to USA.
As a threat to?
USA.
Okay. Also, I see that you have studied environmental studies.
Yes, sir.
Could you elaborate how the transition of COP has happened? The debates in COP discussions have happened over Glasgow, Egypt, and then in Dubai. What has been the transformation that has happened in these three COPs?
So transformation in what sense, sir?
In terms of climate discussions, especially with respect to fossil fuels.
So earlier in the Glasgow, there was talks about lifestyle and environment, which India has taken an international stand on. So later, developing countries also participated and raised their voice in COP27. So now the loss and damage fund, I think that has been a transition.
That has nothing to do with fossil fuels.
So the phase down of coal, do you mean that?
Yes. Phase down of fossil fuels, yes. What is this entire debate?
So it is the transition to renewable energy and phasing out of coal. But so the developing economies and the least developed economies, they are not ready for this sudden transition. Hence, there is talk about phase down than phase out of coal.
My last question to you is, since you're a psychology student as well, what is Pavlov's classical conditioning theory?
So Pavlov classical conditioning theory is when a subject is put under a stimulus. If we put it under repeated conditions, then the person gets the behavior gets.
Famous?
Sorry.
Why was it so famous? There was an animal involved in this.
I think so it was a dog.
Thank you.